Hello, everyone. Hey, I can see 3 people watching. If you are there, you can say hi in the chat. Okay, cool. So we're gonna start now, so the people who's watching later will not wait so much. So hi, my name is Yandina. I'm 24 years old and I'm from Nicaragua. A lot of Africans have asked me if I'm Costa Rican. Well, I'm not. I'm not from here. So yeah, I know what it is like to apply for to be MC abroad. You may know me as your election manager, but I am MCVP marketing for ISEC in Costa Rica. And the things that we will be covering in this chat are 6 main things, which is the role of the area for you to know a little bit more about what I've been doing in the first semester and a little bit of history. Also, the main strategies for 18.2 and 19.1, challenges and achievements, the current state of the entity in terms of marketing. We'll also talk about the synergies that marketing works on and the marketing evolution that we are facing right now as entity. And at the end, we will have a question and answer in case you have any question, and we also check the questions on the hub that Jenny created, okay? So first, we have the role of the entity in as marketing. So first, it's important for you to know a little bit of history, which is that the marketing role have had a lot of changes in the entity in the last 3 years. Before me, the last MCVP marketing was for the term MC 1617 of MC Kaizen. At MC level, the role was MCVP marketing, and at local level, there were MCVP marketing, and then they were BXP because at the global level we changed the name, sorry. So that's why they changed also the role of the LCVPs. Then for the term MC 1718 for MC dot, at MC level there was not MCVP marketing in the structure. Instead, there was an MCVP UR. So now at local level we started having LCVPs UR, and they were only focused on university relations and on ground marketing. But this person, I mean, at MC level, was not in charge of the digital marketing and the social media usage and all that stuff. It was mainly university relations. Then on September, there was a change in the structure because before there used to be a TL for customer experience, and then there was the MCPOGV, AGV, and IGIGT. But there was no one in charge directly of the marketing and digital marketing. So that's when the XD role was created. It was like digital experience that was like the main role, and this person was in charge of the digital marketing. He was also in charge of ICOM or some product development strategies at national level, but it has nothing to do with the network. He didn't see the synergies between OGV and UR at the local level because that was covered for the MCPUR. So even for the LCs, it was a little bit confusing of the role. There was no clarity of the role. That's why for the term 1819, the structure was changed, and now we didn't have a MCVP UR in the structure. So my title at the beginning was MCVP marketing and PR. However, I was handling the UR network, so that was also like part of my job. I decided not to change the name of the LCVPs at a local level because, as I told you before, first they were like marketing, then the BXP, and then UR, and they have all these changes in just 1 year. So I rather have them to focus on university relations and how to position their LCs in the university. So at local level, as I told you, there was LCVP UR for 18.2, and then now we don't have neither VP marketing or UR for the 19.1, and we'll be talking a little bit more about this later when I cover the current states of the entity. So, what is your role then, you may ask? It's basically two main things, which is marketing, digital marketing and B2C strategies. In the digital marketing side, we can see social media management, of course, social media ads, and for Instagram and for Facebook, and community management. And for B2C strategies, we have like the network support, like education for the network and how to do investments and how to develop their program and all that stuff. We do also market analysis, and it's very, very important that we work in corners. We cover that in the synergy part. The main strategy, so here I want to tell you the difference or the evolution between last semester and this semester. So these were my three main focuses last semester. You can see there was like too many roles, because for one side there was marketing, for the other side was PR, and for the other side was UR. And for this semester, what I wanted to do with the role is to have a direct contribution for operations. So now the main strategies are digital marketing, product innovation, especially for OGV, and the Pura Vida brand for ICX products. So the main strategy for 18.2, my big ambition was to have a conversion rate from opens to applicants of 22%. And we achieved 28%. This was an overachievement of the goal. However, it's not the same conversion rates for all LCs. Like, there are LCs, and you will see later, that have a lot of conversion rates, and the other ones that have little conversion rate. So the idea for this semester is to balance things a little bit more. So there was the main goals to track were opens, applicants, of course, because the ambition was the conversion rate. And also our big strategy for the semester was Black Friday campaign. And the goal of approvals for this campaign was 17, and we did 17.8. The goal of leads, we achieved like 80% of the goal of the leads that we wanted, because we were trying to work on an 11 or 12% of conversion rates from leads to approvals for Black Friday, and we have like an 80% of achievement of that goal. These were the main strategies and key activities for each one, and you can see everything that it's in black. It's the things that were done with the green checks. The things with the yellow check are things that could have been improved, and this size is the part that I didn't cover. That's why, like, for my general plan, I had an 80% of achievement, because I didn't focus on PR, because for me it was more important to have like a contribution to operations, mainly in OGV. Since the beginning, I said the priority for marketing would be OGV. So you can see, actually there's nothing you can see about ICX, and this is something that changed for this semester. The main achievements here were Black Friday campaign and digital marketing investments, because before the previous MC didn't do investments in digital marketing. The three main things, as I told you before, they were UR and PR, but for me it was really important to have integrated marketing communication. So this was so we can integrate the digital marketing with the activities that the LCs were doing. So this is why this was like the main focus, to achieve the bigger ambition of 22% conversion rate. Then we have the main challenges and achievements. So the main challenge last semester was the talent capacity, because there was not a national support team at the beginning. I did elected some people, but they were working like only for 1 month and a half. And there's also not enough knowledge about marketing in the network. And with this, I mean also like specific skills like design or writing or activities that they can do on the local level. So this is something that needs to be worked. And also there were too many roles, as I told you before. And the key achievements were the digital marketing investment and also education, because it was not an investment just from the MC side, but also from the LC side. We have a new structure on local level for a better attraction and improvement of process time. We improved the conversion rate from open to applicants. And also we are having train the marketers this weekend. So this is something also I put in the achievements of the first semester. And the main objective of the TTM, it's because of the new structure that we'll be having in the local level. So in also this that I told you before about the knowledge. So this is the start point of education for the network, is to have train the marketing will be 2 days, and you have like a complete agenda which also covers new changes in ISECA's customer flow and B2C SOPs. Now about the current state. So what we were gonna see here is the LC structures, the referral of signers, because it's very, very important information. Also the investment we did in the last semester. And I will also show you the Facebook and Instagram status in terms of audience and the best posts that we had last semester. So this is the structure that we work on for the LCs. If you saw in the OD chat like 2 hours ago, the structures change depending of the clusters the LCs are. But this is like the main thing for to have a BPOGV and then have an attraction manager and TL experience and TL considerations. So what happens now that there is no marketing or UR or anything related to that in the local level? It's we don't have a BPA in charge of that. Instead, what we did is to incorporate the attraction part inside of the operations structures. So for OGV, you have an attraction manager who is at the same level of the TL. So it's like a strategic team. Is not in this. We didn't have this person to just be a random member who do designs and who, I don't know, post in the university's page and stuff like that. We wanted someone that we can educate and they can be a strategic person inside of the team. And this is why it's in the middle management structure. This person is not supposed to have members. That's the reason why it's a manager. And as I told you, the main goal is to be a strategic role to have improvement and to adapt campaigns, national campaigns to local reality. So how it was before, the customer flow was delivered by 2 areas. There was no final responsible for the whole customer flow because attraction and part of consideration was delivered by UR, and then the rest of consideration and value delivery was delivered by OGV, and then for brand advocacy was UR again, so there was not a final responsible. There was synergies with our results. When we begin the term, the synergies weren't really good, so we did some national challenges. We did a summit for both OGV and UR. We encouraged them to work together, to have working spaces, to have corner meetings and all that stuff. And even though for some LCs the relationship was better, they still didn't improve their conversion rates, or they didn't improve like other things like selling, because you have also to downscale the OGV education for 2 areas, because if you had the people from you are selling, they had to know the whole process so they could sell well to the EPs. And also the lack of knowledge, as I told you before. So what is the job description of this attraction manager? The main things this person has to do is create timeline of activities at local level, do analysis of results of each activity, Also content creation at local level. With this is more like an adaptation of the things that we do on a national level. Collect showcasing material like testimonials, picture, videos of EPs and of members for recruitment. Downscales national campaigns to local reality, and collect quantities and qualities customer data. The main measure of success are the number of leads, the number of signups, and the number of approvals via university relations. And the key performance indicators are the conversion rates from open to applicants, number of showcasing collated, and number of materials created. I deliver a session for the EV elects at the beginning of the year. You can find a session here if you want to see more about these changes. So now the current state of signups. Most of our signups come from university relations. This means emails, information booth, and classroom presentations. Then we have referrals for friends. This is the people like it was referred from whether I'm ISEC member or a friend. Then we have social media, and then we have order, which they literally put order, so we don't know what this number is for. But these are the three main channels, starting with UR, then friend, and then social media. This is like really important for you to know also when you are creating your application. These were the investment for the last semester, and you can see here the amount invested by LCs and by MC, the number of clicks, the number of leaks, and the number of interactions. This is different because there were different investments for different objectives. So for example, this one of interaction, we invested in a post that we did a challenge where people have to comment and share and like, and then it was a giveaway of a fee for OGV. So our main goal was to create interaction with the post, so that's why we did that investment. This one is for leads, and it's very important for you to see the difference between one LC and the other. In this case, this LC invested even more than this other LC, and this is the outcome of leads that they had. So this is something that we also are analyzing, like it needs to be updated for every ad that we do, because we need to give the right guidance to the LC and help them to know how to invest. So for instance, these inputs, we have them from last semester because we didn't have any data from before, because the previous year they didn't do investment. So now we know what kind of ads work for which LC and what is the cost per click depending on the area. So now the status for Facebook and Instagram. This is our Facebook page. This is from the semester report, so it counts until up until December. This is number of likes for Facebook, the total reach, the total interactions, and also the average. And then for Instagram, we have the number of followers. Average love post is about 30, and average of views are about 300. This is the audience for Instagram and for Facebook. It's very similar. You can see that the ages are between 18 and 24 mostly for both. You can see also the places they're coming from, especially this part of the cities. And this also have an impact, like the number of followers you have from each city. Also have an impact on the results of leads coming from digital marketing of the LCs. For instance, San Jose is for ISEC in UCR, Cartago is for ISEC in Tech, Heredia is for ISEC in UNA, also Alajuela and San Ramon is for ISEC in Occidente. Also, most of our followers are women. You can see here the data. Now about the best post, I only put here the organic reach. I didn't put the paid ones, but you can see for Facebook what works is something that can create interaction. In here, that's what it said, like hug a student that is stressed and send it away. Because in here, that's something that you also need to know about your market, because in here people in Costa Rica, like when there are exams and when they have finals and all that stuff, they get really 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 concentrated in a university and they prioritize university a lot. So this is something we did in that period of time, and it worked really well. And for Instagram, this was a set of 3 pictures, and we put like text in the caption. It wasn't a short text. It was a bit longer, but it was the experience of Anipi, which is also a member. Is the one that I have had a better result, because we use Instagram mostly to tell stories. Now, main synergies for marketing. First, we have the OGV corner. As I told you, OGV is the focus product for ISEC in Costa Rica. So in the OGV corner, you have the MCVP OGV, PM, finance, and marketing. We have weekly meetings, and usually what we see in those meetings are the plan and versus achieve of each month, the monthly strategy, improvement, and we also have clear call to actions at the end of each meeting. Also, something that we see here is the local synergies and how are the LCs working and how we can help them to improve. Then we have OGV synergy, which is only the MCVP, OGV, and me. We have also weekly meetings on the same date. And the difference here is that we focus mainly on product development. Then we see like the main gaps and solutions. And something that has worked very well is that we have working spaces. So in this meeting is more like strategic meeting, and we have like clear call to actions at the end. And in here, we also create stuff. We have working spaces for that. Okay. Then we have the IGV corner, which is also weekly meetings. It's for IGV, PM, finance, and legal and marketing. Something that we worked the last semester was global home and also product development. This corner is a little bit different because also depends on the needs of IGV at the moment. Like sometimes it's just finance and marketing, sometimes it's just finance and PM, and it depends of the needs of the head of products detects. And for IG and IGT, we have also PM, finance and marketing, and sometimes PD because of B2B, and we have bi-weekly meetings. And also we talk sometimes about IR. So this with ICX is the same, like it depends on the needs that the head of product may have. Okay, now about the marketing evolution. We don't have BPUR at local level now for starting this EV term. Operations at local level manage all the customer flow. The idea is to have a strong digital infrastructure. I'm still looking for ESTs, but now I have like half of the team, which is good, but I expect to have more people. And we will be focusing on data-driven marketing, being customer-centric. That's why I have a role of community management that will be focusing on leads nurturing and also answering giving a more proper follow-up to the people that write to us on Facebook or Instagram. And also brand alignment. This is why we're delivering train the marketers, and we are adapting our campaigns to the global campaigns. And so this is the plan for this semester. These are the 3 main strategies, which is digital marketing, product innovation, and Pura Vida brand. This is mainly for ICX. As you can see, the ambition is bigger than the last semester, and now it will be 25% of conversion rate from open to applied. And these are the main KPIs of the semester, which is the opens of OGV, conversion rates of OGV, and applicants for ICX. These are the main three strategies, but also something very important is the education that we will be delivering to the local committees and to the attraction managers as well. So now we have the Q&A space. You can send your questions in the chat. While you do so, I'm gonna go here in the questions hub to answer some of the questions that were here. So, okay, we have 4. So one of them says, what is your main bottleneck in marketing right now? Is talent capacity, mainly talent capacity and information management, because we use Podio as follow-up for the EPs, but they are not always updated by the members because we don't have a plugin for expand Podio, so we need the members to do that manually. So that's also a problem, because if we have enough information, we could know what to do and what to how to improve the conversion rates, not only for open to applicants, but from opens to the approval. Then we have what is the conversion rates of opens coming from digital marketing? I don't know if this is conversion rate from open to applicants. What is the percentage? But however, I don't have the information for the whole semester. I just have it from one campaign, but it's very low. The conversion rate from open to approvals is the one that we have, and it's very low. That's why we need to have more community management and do a little bit more of inbound marketing. Could you comment a GCP about a campaign that brought good results? Okay. So GCP will be the Black Friday campaign that we have last semester. What we did there, firstly, we gave this booklet to the LC, so they knew like what was the message and what was the timeline, and we also have information on how to do local marketing, how to do investments. So we have like a Facebook 101. We also told them what are the things that we were going to do in the digital side, all of this stuff. And the emails, we created emails for them to send to the universities. By that time, I didn't have a national support team. So what I did is that I asked people from the network. So 2 of them, they were VPs, and she was a TL. So I got support from the network for this, because as I told you, it was just me like the whole semester. So these people really helped a lot during that campaign, which is why I say that it's really, really, really important to have a strong digital structure. And yeah, and then we gave them the resources, and we did that like a week before the campaign was launched. Maybe we should have done it even with more time ahead. Here are the results, the distribution of approvals. As you can see, there are a little bit coming from Facebook and but mailing, which is the digital part. Most of them were coming from referrals of members of ISEC. So this is the distribution of approval. Maybe this answers your previous question about the conversion rate. And this is the distribution of leads. This is my November monthly report. I can also send it to you if you want to see more about Black Friday. Let's see, this is the last one. What strategies of inbound marketing have you used, and what are the results? Mainly what we have is content marketing in social media, like educational material, informational material, emotional material. That's what we use for social media. Like all of our posts are in one of those directions. And the other thing is community management, like customer care, lead nurturing, but it's something that needs to be improved for this semester. Yeah, so those are all the questions from the hub. I don't know if you have any more questions. 3 people that are watching. Okay, I'll be here for the next 2 minutes in case you have any questions. Also, something that I wanted to show you is in this sheet that says important links is in the application folder. I add 2 important links that you should definitely check, and it will help a lot for your applications, especially because these are main changes happening. Like you can see here, it's updated on December 3rd. Like it's the ultimate changes that you need to know for your application. So what you can find in here are the new customer flow, because as you know, it changed. Also the buyer personas for global volunteer, which is our focus product. You should check that out too. And you also have the updated value proposition, because that also changed, and SOPs for the GVGT and GU products. For the SOP parts, I recommend you to read the GV part, but most importantly, I also leave you here the B2C SOPs. If you know, SOPs is standard operational procedures. So this is really, really, really helpful for your application. You can see the current state at a global level, the new customer flow, why they created SOPs for B2C, what is the LC role, the MC role, and you can see here the role of B2C in every stage of the customer flow and the things that needs to be happening, like the main activities and description. So this is really, really helpful for your application. Okay, so there are no questions in the chat, or I don't know if I don't see them, but yep, no questions. So, well, that was your marketing chat. If you have any question, you know how to find me. You already have my email and my number. If you want more resources and everything, I really, really encourage you to see the links that I left in the important links part. And well, that would be it. Thank you for those who were watching, and hi for those who are watching later. And I'm here for anything you need, and best of luck on your application.